Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I wanted to make a tribute illustration for Jane Goodall, so that's what this video is about. I will be documenting the process of making this digital illustration, and I'm hoping to capture in my illustration the work that Jane Goodall did studying and befriending the chimpanzees at Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania. The first part of this video will be a tribute illustration, like I said. I will be showing you the sketching process, my thought process, going a little bit into how I make my digital illustrations in Procreate and how I went about approaching the subject of this video. And the second half of this video will be a montage and a vlog of a lot of nature that I've been capturing these last couple of weeks, mostly in October. I've also been shooting animals around the village, mostly domestic animals, but a couple of wild animal sightings as well. And the reason why I thought this is appropriate for this video is because obviously Jane Goodall spent her life studying animals, but she was also an advocate for animals as a whole, not just the chimpanzees that she studied, and she really saw animals in a way that most people don't really want to see them, as like beings with autonomy that have interests, as well as like familial bonds, and they have unique, distinct personalities the way that we do as well. And so I thought that it's appropriate for this video if I share some of the animals that I share my environment with. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're familiar with Jane Goodall's work, please leave a comment letting me know in what way her work inspired you, whether it was her study of chimpanzees or her activism. So I began by sketching my idea in Procreate, and that is the software that I used to complete the illustration as well. At first, I was thinking of drawing a portrait of her and a chimpanzee facing each other from the profile. But I quickly scratched that idea after looking at some photos of Jane in the forest while she was doing her studies on chimpanzees. I saw this photo of a chimpanzee playing with her hair, and also a few photos where she's interacting with them and they're quite playful with each other, and I also saw this photo of her climbing a tree. So I then decided to draw her in a tree, interacting with a family of chimpanzees. And one of them is playing with her hair the way that we saw in that photo. I want to talk a little bit about the symbolism of my drawing and why I made certain decisions here. First of all, I wanted to draw her in the wild when she was working with the chimpanzees in the Gombe Stream National Park. After all, she did spend more than 6 decades doing field research on the social and family life of wild chimpanzees, and she was very passionate about the time she spent there, and I even heard her in one interview saying that it was the happiest years of her life. So I thought that was suitable for my illustration as well. It was important for me that the chimpanzees looked like her equals in this illustration, so for that reason they are all almost the same size within the composition, so there's no hierarchy within the composition of who matters most. They're all kind of like equals. Then I chose to draw a chimp passing a fruit to her, and her arm is outstretched to receive it. And this is actually not the first time I have used that symbolism in one of my illustrations. Here's another illustration I did where that symbolism appears. At the same time, I would say it's kind of a subconscious reference to Michelangelo's iconic Hands of God from his creation of Adam fresco, where God's extended finger is about to touch Adam's, and it's kind of meant to symbolize the divine life or the spark of life being transmitted from God to a human. But I would say it was kind of a subconscious symbolism on my part. In terms of the red fruit, it's kind of, in my illustration, a generic fruit. It could be any fruit, but it could also be red as an apple, which makes me think of Eve in the Garden of Eden. This is not only because Jane was a woman who spent a lot of time in nature and was also quite a spiritual person herself, but also because she broke conventions of her time and she went against what people said she could do, Goodall herself said that women were not accepted in the field of primatology when she started her research in the late 1950s. The other thing I like about this interpretation is that the apple was from the tree of knowledge, right? And of course, Jane gave us a lot of knowledge about chimpanzees. And she achieved that knowledge by breaking the rules, which was quite similar to the story of Eve. Importantly, in my illustration, it's the chimpanzee that is passing her the knowledge or the fruit, being an active participant in that process. So that's important to me because Jane and I share the same way of seeing animals, which is to say that they are our equals and they have important knowledge that we can learn from. Jane Goodall really believed in the individuality and the sentience of animals. It wasn't just a belief that she had, it was something that she observed. She also had an unusual way of doing that scientific research that was really frowned upon. She gave the chimpanzees names, which was usually not the case. They would have given them numbers, assigned them numbers instead of names, but she wanted to give them names. And she gave them really fun, cute names, like there was one called David Greybeard, another one was called Flo, and that was considered very unscientific at the time. I think scientists have this kind of allergic reaction to seeing animal behavior through the lens of human behavior. But I think when we do that, we actually run the risk of seeing animals as purely functional biological machines that are not capable of feelings or social bonds. And at the same time, it positions human beings as being the only ones capable of things like language, tools, culture, etc. I think whenever people spend some time observing animals, this proves to be untrue very quickly. I think of the elephants that have been observed to do something that resembles funerals, including gathering around a deceased elephant, showing potential signs of mourning, like covering the body with earth and leaves. I also think about the example of that killer whale that carried her dead calf on her head for more than 2 weeks, to the point where she was not feeding herself or taking care of herself. Then there's the case that Jane Goodall documented of a young chimp named Flint who died of grief after his mother Flo passed away. He basically just refused to eat. And even if you don't want to call these behaviors grieving, then you still have to admit that animals behave in ways which are not strictly related only to the procurement of food and breeding and defending territories. Their behaviors are very vast. And so that was one of Jane's greatest contributions, in my opinion. She also famously documented chimpanzees using tools, which was something that was considered something that only human beings could do. So this brings me to something that will tie in to the second part of this video, which is just a simple vlog of some animals I have had the joy of seeing around me recently. Through her research, Jane saw that chimpanzees had personalities and they could experience emotions like joy and sorrow, and exhibited compassion as well as aggression. And this nuanced view that she had of animals extended to other animals as well. And she was a vegetarian, and she once stated that farm animals are far more aware and intelligent than we ever imagined. And despite having been bred as domestic slaves, they are individual beings in their own right. As such, they deserve our respect and our help. Who will plead for them if we are silent? I think this is really interesting because Jane also advocated for the ending of animal research and experimentation. So basically, whether an animal has been put in a cage for scientific reasons or for agricultural reasons, there really isn't any difference because the end result is an animal in a cage. And I just want to end this part of this video by saying that I'm not an expert on Jane Goodall's life. I'm sure that she did things that maybe other people didn't agree with. But I think it's important rather to engage with some of the ideas that her work has left us with and to think for yourself critically if that's something that you can get behind as well. I really recommend watching an interview with her called Famous Last Words, which is the last interview she made before passing away. As for my illustration, I really enjoyed the process of making it. I will be posting the line art of this artwork for free on my Patreon, and I thought it would make a really lovely coloring page, but of course it can be used in different ways as well. If you do end up using it for something creative, please let me know. That would make me very happy. And I hope you like the illustration. I think for me it has become a really special illustration for sure. So now I just want to show you a little vlog that I put together. It's mostly stuff that I've seen around the village and some other neighboring villages around me, so stuff that I've seen on my walks. I hope you enjoy it. I've really been enjoying the start of this autumn season, and I really love October. I think it's really lovely, so I think you will enjoy it as well, but let me know if you liked it.
Who's the fastest boy? Who's the fastest boy? Who's the fastest? Cow and chicken. Cow and chicken. Cow and chicken. Hi, chicken. Hello, chicken. The chicken is very shy of me. Doesn't want to get near me. She's like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hey, oh, those eyeballs. Come look at the eyeballs through my camera.
Oh,
You're gonna get blown away by the wind, bro. You're gonna get swooped away. You're getting swooped away by the wind. My goodness. Look how they shine in the sun. Come see. Look in my camera. You see the little hairs? They look like gold and not gold but like brass colored. Here you go, babies. Here you go. Well, he asked for it first.
So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know which part of the video did you like more. Did you like the illustration part of the video more? Did you like the vlog part of the video? Do you live in a natural area just like me? Are you living somewhere near forests, or do you live in the city and you try to appreciate the nature around you, because there's actually quite a lot of biodiversity in cities that we need to start noticing more and protecting more. So yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. I'm really curious, and I really enjoyed working on this illustration. It's definitely made me think about topics that I had sort of put to the side in my mind for a while there. I think I get very focused on my work, and then I perhaps don't think as much about things that I should be thinking about, especially when it comes to my own actions. And I think Jane Goodall was definitely someone who advocated a lot for like not just changes at a larger scale, but changes in our own individual ways of living as well. So that's something that has been quite nice for me to think about while I was making this video. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the kind of videos I make, please leave a comment, subscribe, like the video. All that stuff really helps my channel grow. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!